Okay guys, we're back. We just got some goodies in the mail. Let's see what was sent. See what we got here. Let's take a look. See what's going on. Oh, watch out. Don't want to hit Cassie there. I got Cassie sitting there. Let's turn it this way and open it up and see what we have here. Oh, there you are, Rusty. What you doing? Oh, you didn't want to come in from outside. We're opening up the goodies, Rusty, that we ordered. Let's get this way. Oh, that out of the way, Rusty. Huh? Let's see. Ordered a fishing shirt. Put it right here. Another fishing shirt for wintertime. Wintertime fishing shirt. And then, man, guys, look at this. Oh, man, look at that. Dang. So we need to get all this stuff out. All kinds of stuff in here. Look at that. What is this? What is that? What does that say that is? Provoke 106X. Huh. Wow. Okay. Man, what's this thing? Wow. That thing's humongous. I don't think I ordered that, but it's in the box. Man, I'm not, I'm not going fishing offshore, man. I don't know what that would catch out in the flats, guys. Huh? What do you think? What do you think that would catch? I think they sent me the wrong spoon, man. Magnum 170 though, 170 millimeter. It only weighs 2.2 ounces. That's kind of wild. Oh, I wonder what it's made out of. Well, I guess if I ever go offshore fishing, man, on one of those charters, I guess I could take this with me and try it out and see if it works. But yes, looks like there's a lot of goodies in here. We need to unpack it and get them organized and see what we have. So let me get it unpacked, and we will. Let's that'll be the easiest. Just dump it out, and then we'll go through it. Okay, well. Guys, that is a lot of artificial lures. Boy, I didn't realize I ordered that many. I knew I was just going down and checking them. They had like I guess what was it, a 4th of July sale? Was what they had. And so I just kind of went through and see stuff that I liked and ordered. What's this guy? Bone Dog Saltwater Edition. Kind of like a spook, I guess, but their version of what a spook is. You know what I mean? All right. Well. Ooh, what is this? Jigging spoon. These are spoons. And look how real those look. But I don't know if I'll ever use something like this. I mean, because you know it's a jigging spoon, so that means you just drop it down and you jig it up and down. It's not something you retrieve. You know, it'd have to be like you have to be in deeper water and just drop it off the side of the boat and you jig it up and down. Maybe like in the ship channel or something like that, you know. Interesting. 2-pack. And what do we got here? What's this guy? Oh, I got some soft plastic. This one is Shindo Shad 6.0, so I guess they're 6 inches, 6.0. Looks like it, about 6 inches long. All right, let's get it organized here. Let's take a look, see what we got going. So, I ordered different stuff. I ordered spoons, I ordered wake bait, I ordered top water, I ordered soft plastic, I ordered twitch bait, which is suspension bait. What else? I'm trying to remember what else I ordered, because this was like for, had a 4th of July sale going. But let's get them organized so we know what's what. So, oh, look at that. There's another one. Okay, we'll put these guys together. So we got those two together. Oh, got me some gloves. My old gloves were about wore out, so they had these on sale. So I ordered them along with the fishing shirts. But I don't remember ordering this big bad boy. Look at that. Man, that thing's like, man, how long is this? I don't got a tape measure here, but this guy's pretty long. That's got to be what? Man, I'm thinking, well, it's this long right here. I'm thinking like almost 8-10 inches long compared to a regular 3/4 inch spoon. Wow, that's interesting. Sonar Spoon 170 is what this thing is. Because I was ordering the different colors in the 3/4, and I was supposed to get a silver one like this, and I don't see that here. I see all the other colors, but look, it looks like they sent me 2 of the same. I guess I ordered 2 of the same. Alright, those are the same. Are they different? What does this one say? Fling spoon, pink chrome. So yeah, so it looks like I got 2 pink chromes, 2 of the same. So, and then I got something here that I didn't even order. But I should have received a silver one like this one, but silver 3/4, not, what is that, a foot long. Alright, so let's get them organized. Let's get it all organized here. So, oh, look at that, more soft plastic. What did I tell you? I might be fishing soft plastic in the near future. There should have been some jig heads that came with the soft plastic in here. Let's see where that's at. I don't see that. Oh, right here. Wow. I know I didn't order a 3/8 ounce. I'm not fishing for sharks, man. That's way too big for what I do. So only one set? That's all I have? One set of jig heads? It looks like it. That's all that's in here. Oh, yeah. Alright, so let's put this big old bad boy over here out of the way. Get him out of the way. And we'll start getting everything. Oh, here we go. 3 ounce. 3 Oh, 3/16. So here we are. These are smaller. So this would be more what I'd be using. I don't know why. They sent me a 3/8 ounce. That's heavy, man. That's, just feel it. But this one, 3/16 is good. But anyway, we'll put them over here. On the soft plastic. Alright. So these are twitch bait. So how many twitch baits are here? 2. So let's get all the spoons together first. Probably that might be the better thing to do. We'll get all the spoons laid out here so we can see what we got going. Spoon wise. It says this is a jigging spoon, so we'll put it out with spoons. Another spoon. Another spoon. All these spoons are right here. I'm gonna need to go over here. Also, I might have some doubles or some things, so maybe they were out and they didn't send me the other colored ones. That's weird, but okay. Ooh, a popper. I don't know how many of these I got. Oh, look at that twitch bait. Isn't that a sexy looking twitch bait? The red feathers. We just may not have enough room, so let's slide these over as much as we can. What is it, 60? Yes. So let's get all the 60s together. 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, twitch bait, another 60, what is this one? Another twitch bait, another provoke 106. So it says it's a slow sink, so this is suspended. So I guess there's 2 suspension baits right here. Another spoon. And another twitch bait. 60. 60. 60. 60. Twitch bait. 60. 60. Twitch bait, popper, and this guy. Okay, so, and then these are all twitch baits. Twitch bait, I don't know if these will stand up. Let's put them against there. Twitch bait, twitch bait, twitch bait, twitch bait. And then we got these 2 guys that are slow sinking, that are suspension bait. Oh, look, another twitch bait. Dang. Okay. So here we are. Now we got everything organized. The only thing that I see that it looks like they sent me 2 of one of these instead of the other color that I ordered. For some reason I ended up with 2 of the same color on these 3/4 spoons, and then instead of this being a 3/4 spoon, they sent me this big ass spoon here, man. Wow. I was supposed to have a silver version of this, just like this, but silver. You know, 'cause you know how Reds like the gold and silver spoons out there. I mean, they eat them up. Man, I don't know about throwing this out there in the grasslands. That thing's huge. Let's see what this is. What is this? Does it even say anything about this? No, it doesn't even say how you're supposed to fish it. It just says that it's a Magnum Sonar Spoon 170. Weighs 2.2 ounces. So this says it's made in China. Let's see what these other ones are. Where's this one made at? Made in China. They're all made in China? This one isn't. Oh yeah, made in China. I guess they're all made in China, baby. Oh, okay. Chinese hold the market, man, when it comes to making fishing lures. Just like they do everything else. So, pretty interesting. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have much use for this out there. Maybe if I ever go do some offshore fishing. So we'll just set this guy to the side for the moment. I'm not going to worry about him. So anyway, I wanted to, since I had a sale, I'm getting all my tackle ready, so once I do go back out again, once me and Rusty are back out on the water, that we got a good variety of topwater, wake bait, of suspension bait, of spoons. I'm starting to get new styles of soft plastic to try out there to see if those work. I have no idea. I don't know anything about their soft plastic that they put out. This is the first time I've ever bought it. These are 6-inch, and this one is called, what does it say that is? Shindo Shad. And then I got well, it says, I guess these are all, I guess the style is Shindo Shad, but what's the variety? Or the variety? Oh, Crab Smash. So this one's Shindo Shad Crab Smash. This one's Spanish Bone. And here's the color I've never thrown before in soft plastics. I've never had anything this kind of color before. And this one is Snapper? Snapper color. So yeah, so we're just slowly gearing up as like working on the boat. Same thing, we got to get all our fishing gear in line, so that's all ready once we're back on the water. So we have to you know, just getting everything organized and getting it ordered up so I have a variety of stuff. I can see me using these 3/8 ounce. They're 3/16 ounce. I don't know, it just feels heavy for being a 3/8 ounce. That looks kind of big, right guys, or no? For being a 3/8 ounce. But I should have had like a 5/16 or something in there. Or an 1/8 ounce, you know, 1/8. I should have had an 1/8 ounce. But yeah. So I'm excited. We're going to try these out. I'm probably going to add a few more colors and different ones too by the time it's time for me to go back into the water and start drift fishing again, so we can give you different content of not just, you know, wake bait, but different styles of fishing. Like I said, years ago I used to fish soft plastic all the time, long time ago, way back in the day. And I used to fish a lot of tandem rigs too, so I still got to buy some tandem rigs. I just haven't seen any that I like yet. But I think these will work really good down there. These three colors, I think they'll be really good out there on the Lower Laguna Madre. So that's the Shindo Shad. This is interesting. these are designed for jigging. You don't really pull them through, you don't retrieve them through the water. But they look like they're made pretty good, you know, good high quality. And see, look what it shows. It says, what does it say here? Divine jigging spoon. Add flash for visibility. Lifelike 3D details. Molded swivel to eliminate line twist. So that swivel turns in there instead of being just a solid ring like normally, like how these have. See how these have that? Oh, actually they got a swivel on the end too, so these will swivel too. Because normally when you buy one, it just has this ring. You see the ring there on a spoon? And then of course it can twist your line to where your line will tangle up. But this one already has a swivel too, so that's something neat. It's a little bit different than what you'd see on a regular spoon. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. So I don't really know what I would use these for, other than if I'm fishing in the channel in deeper water, because these aren't designed to be retrieved. So our fishing in the ship channel, fishing, you know, along the jetties out there and then the ship channel, the east cut, something like that, where the water is real deep and you drop it down and you jig it up and down. So that's really what this is. It just piqued my curiosity because they had them on sale, and that's why I got these. Because I was just curious. I'd never seen this type of spoon before. It's something new for me. So yeah. Interesting. We'll see. So let's cover the spoons. So look, I used to throw spoons back in the day, and where's my tackle box? I think it's under the desk here. I can't get it out. It's way under the desk. But anyway, I usually threw mainly 3/4 ounce is my favorite size. I think they make them in, I want to say 5/16, ½ inch. No, they make them in ½ inch, 3/4, and 1 inch. That's a traditional spoon, not something like whatever this thing is. That's something completely bizarre to me. The average one that I would use would be the 3/4. That would be my main one way back in the day. But all you had were the basics. You just had a gold spoon and a silver spoon, and then you would have it with the either the treble hooks, or you would have a weedless version, which would just have a regular hook that was welded into the curved side here, and with a metal wire so that it can float through the weeds without getting hung up. The only disadvantages about these spoons is that you got to watch where you fish these, because if you're in a lot of grass, these are going to get hung up real quick. So I got the traditional one, gold, because I've caught plenty of reds on gold spoons, and then silver. But they sent me this thing instead. I was supposed to have a silver version, but I got, wow, whatever this is. You know. So as you can see, let's take a look. But what's different about this spoon than a traditional spoon is that this one has a laser eye on it with a little bit more fine detailed markings, because normally the spoon's just smooth, and that usually the other spoons have some feathers. This one doesn't have any feathers behind it to create fluttering in the water as you're reeling it. It's weird how they package this with the spoon upside down. It says it's, what does that say right there? Hook treated with CR hex rust protection. So we'll see. So I got the gold. This one is called, well, gold, just like a traditional spoon is. And then I got all these different versions of them. Colors. I don't know. We'll see what they do, man. They had them on sale, so we'll see. This is called Croaker Blood. I don't know. Does that look like Croaker Blood? Let's see what this next one is. What is this one? This one is Golden Chicken. Oh, Golden Chicken. There's another gold looking one. What is this one called? Golden Roach. It's got a cool eye on it though. You see that reflection in that green? I got high hopes for that one. For these two for sure. I think for these two for sure will catch reds. For sure. The eye, see how the eye doesn't really stand out on me on this one or on this one? So we'll see. We'll see how those do. If they catch anything. What else we got here? One's got some pink in it. Pink and silver. So this one's got some silver on it. But what is this? Pink chrome. This one may do oh well. Look at the eye. It's got a good eye on it. So pink chrome. I think they sent me two of one. What is it? Yeah, I hear pink chrome. So I got two. So I guess I got a backup. I should have had a different variety because there's some that look like fish, like speckled trout. I got a speckled trout version, a one that looks like a croaker version. But I don't know. I guess they sent me an extra one of those. What is this one? What is this? Oh, flamingo. Flamingo, guys. Look at that spoon. Oh. I don't know, we'll see. But like I said, with the trebles, you got to watch because if it's heavy in grass, you're gonna struggle. You're gonna be peeling grass all the time. It's gonna be catching in the grass. The weedless usually works really good out there. And this one is, what does it say? Manhattan Shad. Some blue on it, silver and blue. So I got a pink and blue. I mean a pink and silver. And a silver and blue. This one's got some white and gray, but I think this is the silver one. There's some silver in there. There's another gold. Oh, here's one that looks like a fish. Here we go. So what is this one called? See, I thought I ordered something that was supposed to mimic fish, baby fish. Golden Croaker. So this is a Golden Croaker version. See how it's got the stripes like a croaker on it? Pretty cool. So these are the spoons. Pretty neat. This one says it's a boondog. I don't know. The quality doesn't look that good there, but let's take a look on this one. I'll pull this one out, and I want to take a look at this closer. So this will be kind of like your spook juniors. They float on top of the water, and you walk the dog, you know, back to you to get some top water hits. So this is a top water. I don't know. 6th Sense is supposed to be known for their high quality lures. I don't know, because just by looking at this one, you see how, look at all these markings here. How it's not smooth finish like it is here. See that? Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that in there. That's telling me this paint's going to come off real quick on this thing after a few times using it. But this might be really good, especially if it floats. For redfish out there in the clear water, this should be pretty good. We'll see how long the paint lasts on that bad boy. Alright, so how was this in here? that, I guess. There we go. Let's put the old bone dog. I said boon dog, it's bone dog. Sorry, guys. It's a bone dog. So if this does work out, I'll order some more of these. Oh, I can't. It can only go in one way. It's cut. Oh, I see why. Because I guess normally it hangs, and that way you can read it if they put it in the other way. But bone dog, guys. Let's check these out. These are suspension baits. So, let's take a look. Let's look at this bone one. What was this one called? These are Provoke 106 sink, slow sink. So these slowly sink to the bottom. Like that, not like that spoon where when you throw that spoon will drop real fast to the bottom. This has a slow sink to it, so you can kind of work that intermediate area and the strike zone, not on the top and not on the bottom. You're kind of in that in between, and you could be twitching it in there. So in reality, I mean, it says it's a slow sink provoke. In reality, this is a twitch bait too. More than, you know, it's going to operate like a twitch bait. And it's called French Bone Pearl. So the longer out this is, and this is the trouble that I run into when I'm out in the grass flats, because the grass flats is so shallow, and you got very minimal water between the grass line where the top of the grass is and the water is. I have to watch on these, because the more straight, you see how straight that is, that means that's going to dive instead of staying close to the top. You know what I mean? When it gets a longer angle out like that, when it goes longer out. So we'll have to see how this works. I only got 2 of them anyway. I mean, they had them on sale. So I think I paid half price for them. So that's the bone, and then this one. Well, this one's a cool color. We got to pull this one out so you can get. This is a cool color. Because this is the one that caught my eye originally. Was this one? Was this color? So this is an interesting color that's on this one. But this would work in the channel along the grass edge, where the channel drops off and the flats edge begins. Look at that color. That's an interesting color, huh? Oh, sorry guys. Sorry. I've just never seen that color on a lure like this, so I would think I would like to try this out and see. So this is what originally caught my eye, and then when I saw that bone, it was like, hey, so you want the bone too? And this one is called Bloodline. Pretty cool. This style, what I have, I think I reviewed it in a few videos a few months ago back. I was showing you, I've got the Cordell, I got the blue Cordell, got the silver Cordell, and I got the gold Cordell. The only difference between the two is that the Cordell has a break right here in the back of the tail to create more motion in the water. So, but those usually float. They're top, and then they go down a little bit. So they're suspension, but when you throw them out there, they float. This one here says it's a slow sink, so that's telling me it's not going to float. It's going to, but I won't know till I try it. Just something to try, see if it works. Don't know till you try it. But you know me, I love something. If you don't know about me, I love wake bait. I'm a big wake bait fishing guy. You know, I got out of doing soft plastics, and I like top water and wake bait that makes motion on the top. Hold on, I'm not doing this right. I'm doing something wrong here. This has got to go in here like that, and then this goes in there. All right, so what's next are twitch bait. I already have two. I have the green mullet and the Spanish bone in these. These, they were clearancing out. They were getting rid of them. So I got these real cheap. And they're high end. I mean, they're made really nice. I have two. I got them hanging right up there. I mean, you can't see them. Look, well, here, let me get them down. I'll show you the two that I already have of these. And these suspend in the middle. They don't float on top. They're twitch. But these are the two that I've used in that line. This is called green mullet. And just kind of show you how I rig my, I mean, everybody's different. Everybody has their own thing. Like I said, there's no wrong way to fish. This is just me. I don't like putting the clip or the snap here on the head of the artificial lure, because to me it doesn't make it perform like how it's designed to perform when you do that. So I just tie a loop. That's all I do. I tie a loop so it can move like it's supposed to move in the water, and then I put the clip to be able to hook it to my line over here, and I use basically, it's more than 2 feet. It's probably about 20, I want to say 27 inches of line, of shock leader line, 40 monofilament line. That's how I fish all my artificial lures. I fish it that way, like that. And it lets the lure do what it was meant to do. Because, like I say, I just feel if you put this heavy clip, like you know how it's got a clip, and you clip it here with that, it tends to not let it do what it wants to do. And then if you get a fish, this keeps it from, you know, by putting it over here, it keeps it from turning around and creating and binding the line up. So anyway, I've got their green mullet. That's what this one is, and this is their Spanish bone. So these are the two twitch baits, or what they call them hyper jerks, but they're twitch baits. That's really what they are. So they call it hyper jerk is what they call it, but they're twitch baits. So these are the two that I've had, and they were clearancing out the rest of the line that they had there. So I don't know if they're probably making up a new version of these, and they had the whole line, or well, some of them were already sold out, so I didn't get them all. I just got whatever was left on their website that was still available, and they were like half price or 60%, 63% off, I think, is what I paid on these. So I didn't pay that much for them. I paid like $4 a pop. So you figure this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's what, $24 plus tax, so about $30-something, $32 for all these lures. Real cheap. Like I said, they had a 4th of July sale. I don't know if they still have it on sale or not, but at the time it was a red, white, and blue sale. So these are the two that I have. Let's just set these out of the way so we don't get hooked. And I wanted to add to that. So this one, so this is a green mullet, and this looks similar, right? But see how it's got that silver and light green to dark green? This one is called Green Mac. So let's pull him out and let's take a look at him. I don't know if I can get him out. We'll take a look at him. There we go. Well, there he is. So this is interesting. So just kind of compared it to, see how this is a lot lighter, not as dark. This is just basically the same, but just it gets it's a little more shinier here, and then it goes to super dark green. So let's put in, oh, I guess you're supposed to go this way. So we got green mullet. And what is this one? Rayburn Ghost. So look at the outline. Pretty interesting. But this one was when I was on the website, this is the first one out of the hyper jerk that caught my eye. Was this really wild looking color here. This is similar to, let me show you. My redhead from my wake bait that I got from Bass Pro offshore angler. Similar in color. They're not similar in size or weight because this is bigger and heavier. But see the color? Look at the color on this. I catch plenty of reds with this, reds and trout and colored water. Clear water, this thing doesn't work that great. But man, where the water's a little murky or a little greeny tinge and stuff on it, and they tear this up. But see, look how the color is. That's why when I was on there, I saw that color and I'm like, hey, that's almost like my same color as my redhead. You can't get these anymore, man. They Bass Pro discontinued them, and they're good. They're not real fancy. I mean, they were only like $4.98 or I think so when I bought them, so $5. You know, and this was like back in what, 2018, 2017, something like that. And but as you can see, I've used this guy a lot. He's got a lot of bite marks on him, man. I got to change the hooks out. It's time for the hooks to get changed. But yes, really good. And that's why I got this guy. I saw that, and then I started scrolling down, and I saw that the hell they got the whole line there that they're clearancing out. Let's take a look at this one. This one is called Salty Ice? No, Salty Ice. I'm looking through the camera, guys. It's hard for me to see. So we got Salty Ice. Oh, here's another green one. What is this one? So this is Ghost. This one says this one's Ghost Bone Minnow, but man, it sure does look pretty close to this one, doesn't it? Oh, I see the blue. You see the blue when it flashes? You see how that's just green, but look at this one when it flashes. Look at the blue. Look how it changes color. So yeah. So, and then the last one is Electric Chicken. Huh. Interesting. But I'm excited. I want to try. I definitely want to try this one out. This one, and then of course I'll try the other ones. But I'm pretty sure this one's going to work pretty good. And let's just read what it says here on here. Let me read what it tells you. It says 6 Cents Hyper Jerk was designed as the ultimate finesse reaction bait. By using quick twitches, jerks, and pops of the rod, the Hyper Jerk will dive and dart below the surface. This erratic action mimics a fleeing or injured bait fish to provoke even the most finicky of fish, arriving with super sharp hooks, an internal knocking rattle, and 3D features. The Hyper Jerk will be a unique tool to your tackle box. So we will see, guys. We will see. Alright, let's just slide that over a little bit. We'll put this guy's here. Alright, so if you guys have been watching my videos, a few months ago and the videos back when I was covering wake bait, I covered these guys that I bought. That's in my bait chamber. Here we go. So this is the 80 wake of their wake bait. So I went back and I bought, this is the lineup. So they only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They only make 8 of them in the 80 wake version, which is a 5/8 ounce. That's what it is. Their 80 wake is really a 5/8 ounce, and that's what this is. This redhead, this is a 5/8 ounce, just like these, just made better. These are more fancier than this thing is. But so I went back and I bought their lineup of the 60 wake, which is a 3/8 ounce. And I bought another chamber because remember it was full. Well, I'm splitting the chamber up because I've got that one. I bought another chamber. So this is the chamber originally, and I've already separated them out. But these are all the other ones that are all 5/8 ounce. So I don't know. I may go back and put them back in there, and then just keep all the 5/8 ounce wake bait together, and then keep all the 3/8 ounce. That might be a better deal. That's what I might do. I don't know. We'll have to see. Or we'll see. That's just something I haven't decided yet. But just to kind of let you guys know, that's what this line is. It's the same line here, but they have more in this line than what they have in this line. So I guess originally when they were started making their lures, they this was a bigger lineup, and I think they added the 5/8 ounce line, and they're slowly growing that. So let me put this back over here. So before we cover those, let's check this one popper out that I got. This is a top water popper. They had this one on clearance too. So this one's called Shad Scales. And it says, what does it say there? 6 cents splashback. They call it splashback, but it's a popper, so that's what it is. Will bring new life to your popper arsenal by offering a design and shape that will revolutionize your topwater fishing. Well, let me tell you guys, when I get back out on the Lower Laguna Madre, we're going to see if this revolutionizes my topwater fishing. We're going to try this bad boy out, see if it lives up to all this hype here that they're saying. Utilizing unique V-keel style and flat-sided shape. So, you know, a lot of times with a popper, in my old tackle box that I got around here somewhere, I do have poppers in there. You got to watch when you're doing them. They'll go on their side, so they don't stay straight in the water. So you have to they're really finicky. So we'll see if this one stays straight or if it goes sideways like the other ones do. Keel V and flat style shape. The splashback is able to cut through water with ease. So that's basically what it's saying, that it's going to stay straight. Making walking the dog an easy task. It's extra open mouth, spits and chugs like no other surface lure while still creating a classic bloop. We'll see. When needed at rest, it moves side to side due to its flat-sided profile. So it is going to move side to side. So I'm thinking we're saying it's side to side is like this, not like this. I won't know until I put it in the water and try it. We'll see what it's telling me. Throw in a hand-tied tail feather, 3D eyes, and beyond lifelike details, you have a highly versatile topwater popper. All right, so let's pull this bad boy out. It's piqued my curiosity. And you can see them. There's plenty of poppers. It doesn't matter if it's Mirror Lure, whatever brand. If you go down to Academy, Bass Pro, Walmart, any place that sells fishing stuff, there's all styles, all kinds of poppers. They've been around. The popper is the original lure, and it was made by Heddon. The first lure that Heddon came out with, and it was wood, made out of wood, and you're talking about around the turn of the century. Well, not this century, but the previous one, 1907 or whatever it is, 1901, something early in the 1900s. They made their first lure, and it was a wooden popper. But Heddon is the original lure company. They're still around today, but they're the first ones. So it's designed to make that wake, you know. So with this style. So we'll see. What did they say this thing was called again? Shad scales. Huh. But I'm definitely going to try it out. You know, I did a video a few years back on clearance artificial lures. So this will be, these whichever ones here that are clearance are going to be added. It'll be part 2. And I'll be doing nothing but a fishing trip, fishing these clearance lures and see if they actually work, you know. So that's another reason why I have them, because I got to make another part 2 once I get back on the water of clearance lures. See how good they are. But that's a popper. All right, now let's get to what I love. I love wake bait. I love fishing hard wake bait. I really got into that. Besides popping the cork, as you can see, if you look in my videos, the majority of what I've caught has either been on popping the cork with live shrimp or top water wake bait. And this is their version. Their 60, which is a 3/8 ounce. 3/8 ounce version, right? Is it 3/8 ounce? I'm thinking that's what it is. Number 4, treble hooks on them. But yeah, it's a 3/8 ounce. I'm sure that's what 60 is. So let's get into it. This is a unique one. I don't know if that's going to catch anything out there. But like I said, I just bought their whole line. So I can try it out and see what works and what doesn't work. Because I don't know until I try it, man. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think a red or a trout will hit on that bad boy? I like the eye. Look at the eye. Ooh, and you imagine when the sun's hitting it in the water, how that eye will really glow and stand out. This one's called Black Magic. Alright, Black Magic. So I'll put Black Magic back in. And you know, look at the quality. It looks like it's got good quality on it. Compared to that. I don't know about this guy. It just doesn't seem, you see the striations in there? It doesn't seem like the paint work's done that well. This one, yeah, look at that. Look how it's flawless. You see how it's flawless? Look at that. And this is nice and stiff, so you don't have to worry about this breaking off. Not real paper thin like some of them that are paper thin. Okay, so Black Magic, guys. We'll see if it's got the magic out there. What is this one? Bone Pearl. Bone Pearl, guys. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to pick through all these because there's a lot of them. Because we're already running almost on an hour on this video. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Now this one, yes, this one will definitely work out there in the lower Laguna Madre. The bone color, they hit that. Both trout and reds. So I got high anticipations for this one to be working. To do really well out there. Bone Pearl. This one looks like it's supposed to be some kind of croaker. Let's see what it says. Live croaker. This one ought to be pretty good too, if the conditions are right. And this one must be a mullet. Let's see what it says. Yeah, live mullet. Green like my hyper jerk over here. Well, I shouldn't have put these together. Now I got them all tangled up. I made a mistake, guys. Oh, I knew better than to do this. Keep them separated. So I've caught reds with this one. I haven't caught anything on the bone, but I've caught a red on this one before. You see how it bent the hook right here? So I've had hits on this one. Well, this is the same color, exact same color, but just in a top water. And what is this bad boy? Sea chicken. You know what? Let's just put them in as we're going along. That's going to be the easiest. So let's clear all these other guys out of the way for the moment. And let's get them installed. As we're doing them, we might as well just put them in the bait chamber and be done with it. I have them all sitting here like this. And get my act together. Alright, here's the bait chamber. So I think there's 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, there's only 13. I don't know why I was thinking there was 16. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to be one short, guys. Right? Did I count 13? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 13. Damn. Well, shucks, they're not all going to fit. They're not all going to fit in the chamber. I'm going to be one short here. Alright. So this one is pink chrome. So let's take old pink chrome out here. We'll see. That one's maybe. Alright, pink chrome. And this one, pink croaker. That look pink. Oh, okay. I was gonna say it doesn't look pink to me, but it's just right on the top, right? Like, let's pull it out and then we'll flash it in the light. Let's see what it looks like. It says pink croaker, but it don't look pink. Very light. Can y'all see that in the light? Very light pink on there. Just on the top, a strip of pink when it flashes, when the light hits it just right. This is a good maybe too. So we got pink croaker. Where's that other croaker go? Well, actually, you know what? Let's keep the croakers together. We'll put this one up here. So whenever I find the other croaker, we will have both croakers together. So I'm not having to dig around for them. I'm wondering where they're at. Figure out what's what. Oh, this one hooked in there. It's supposed to go forward. Come on, baby. Don't treat me this way. There we go. Now it's in there. So this one, salt and lime. get him out. Take a look. Ooh. Hey now. This one, yeah. Look at that. What do you think, guys? I like that. I like that teal blue looking color there. That silver blue. And then with this offset. Yeah. Okay. We'll put him right here next to the... What did I call that one? Pink what? I got to learn all these names, man. I'm not going to remember them. Pink. It was something else. Oh, pink chrome. That one's pink chrome. Oh, baby. There you go. It's in there just like it's supposed to. Oh, this is baby spec. But the 3/8 ounce version of it. I've had that one right here. That was the very first one of these that I bought from these guys. I've had this one for a few years, like 3 years now. About 4 years. This is the very first one I ever bought from 6 Cents. Is this one, baby spec. They had it on clearance over there at Academy. When I went into Academy and the store, there wasn't a store here yet in Harlingen. It was in the one in Wessico, the Academy in Wessico. That's where I got that one. So now I got the 3/8, same thing, but just a 3/8 ounce version of that. We'll put old baby spec up here at the top, over here. All right. What is this one? This one is Bloodline. So, like that slow sink suspension bait, here's a top water of the same color and a wake bait version of that. Of that big long one that I showed you guys. Where's he at? I told you I like the color. This guy, the Bloodline. So here is a wake bait version of that. Yeah, look at that. That's a cool color. I got high anticipations that this one's gonna work out there. I just like that color. Look at the eye. So we'll put him right here next to baby spec. They'll be together there. There we go. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This one says it's Chrome Smash. Now, this caught my eye on the website when I was looking at this one. Because what I like, look at that. Look at that gold on the top. I think this is going to, in clear water, I think the Reds are going to tear this up with this. And look how it's got a little bit of pink. What was it called again? Chrome Smash. Yeah. So yeah, I think it's going to smash them Reds out there. Sea chicken. Okay, here's the croaker again. Live croaker. We'll put it next to the other croaker. yeah. Live croaker, guys. And I think if the conditions are right, this should work pretty well. This one too, so we'll see. What is next? Oh, now this one. Gold reactor. This one too in the clear water. I'm looking for something to replace my bunker, because since I can't get it anymore. And this one looks pretty close to that bunker, doesn't it? It's got a slimmer profile, but if you look, oh, it's got a little blue. You see the blue in it? Blue and black, and then it goes into black. But that's pretty close to my bunker. So I think that one's going to work pretty good too out there. All right. Well, let's get back to this bad boy. This one, the one I already showed you earlier. Black Magic. Well, maybe I'll put the other ones, because I only have 4 and I got 5, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. So one of them's gonna have to go in the other bait chamber. That's just gonna be the reality of the situation. So I don't know, guys. What do you think? I don't know if this one, we'll see. We'll just have to find and see if it works. But I like the eye. You see where the eye flashes? Look at that. Oh. So, possibility. Look at this one. This one's called Shrimp Brew. This is another one too, I think. This is a cool color. Look at that. That's unique, huh? The eye is not as flat. Oh, there it is. It's got some gold. You see the gold flashes around the black. So yeah. We'll put Shrimp Blue right here next to Black Magic. Bone Pearl. This one, yes. I think in the murky water, I think this one's going to work really great. And this one is Sea Chicken. What do you think, guys? The eye isn't as predominant, but it's got nice flash. You see that? Right here, along its gill plate here. Look at this. Gill cover. That's got pretty cool flashing. Look at that. You see that? So, yeah. It was a sunny day. Clear water. That might give an incredible flash to make a game fish strike. So we're one short. We're gonna have to put this in the other bait chamber, and this one is live mullet. He's got to go in there. And the other one, we'll break out the other one right now. Let me get it. And we'll get him secured in the other bait chamber. Which now I have room to be putting other baits, so we'll see. Other hard baits. So this is live mullet, top water. We'll put him up here for now. That's that. Oh man, he may not stay in there. Shoot. Because I had those bigger ones in there. One thing about this foam, I guess it contours to what you put in there. And I had the big 5/8 ounce in there. It may not fit tight now. He fits right there. That's interesting. He fits there. There we go. We'll hold him there. Yeah. There's my bunker. The old bunker, man. This is my go-to. Caught many a reds out there in the lower Laguna Madre on this one right here. Look how chewed up he is. And man, I can't get any more of these guys. Of this guy. He's the only one I got. I only got one of him. And this is the thing. I don't know if I've ever... I think I have. I've mentioned it in other videos, the story behind this. I bought this guy years ago, before 2017, 2018, and he just sat in my tackle box. I never used him. And I just so happened to pull him out once I got the show water, you know, waterworthy, and I couldn't believe it. And just about every time you throw it out there, or every other time you throw it out there, a red hits it. I haven't caught any trout on that guy, but man, just look at my videos. I've caught a ton of reds. One day, which I'll be covering those videos, they're going to be coming up. It was one day that I went out on a Monday, and on that Monday, I caught on this guy right here at 3 different places. I fished Bird Island, I fished Woody's Hole in Peyton's Bay, and I fished the Saucer area east of Peyton's Bay. And on that day, I caught, I think, 13 to 15 reds all on this guy. And all of them were keepers. All of them were 21 and up to 26 inches. So this is a proven winner. Why Bass Pro did away with it, I guess, I don't know. I guess nobody was buying it. But I didn't realize when I bought it that it was any good. Because the only reason why I think I bought it, I don't even remember why I bought it, but I bought it and it was in the back, it was in my toolbox, I mean my tackle box, in the bottom of my tackle box. I hadn't even opened the package. It was just laying in there. And I just pull it out one day when I'm out there on the show water to try it out. I said, hey, I guess it's about time to try this thing out and see if it works. It's sure enough, man, it works really good, really good. But I got anticipation for this one. We'll see about these, what they do. This one is a proven winner for years. This is the Texas Sunrise Man's Waker. Man's Waker was the original waker on this style of 5/8 style with this body with the curve in it. So this one really, I got a high anticipations on. Of course, I caught plenty on this one. These 3 right here in a row, these are the ones that Bass Pro used to make that are discontinued, which is the redhead, the sardine, and the bunker. The 2 that I've caught the most on out of the 3 are these 2 right here. But you can't, it just has to be, the conditions have to be right, but this one works too. This Tiger Stripe, this is the, I forget this series. I bought it on eBay. And I'm trying to remember the name. It's the N&M, made in Japan. It's a Japanese made one, so I got anticipations that that's going to work pretty good out there too. I just got to find the right conditions, but I think it'll work really well too. So we're getting everything together, as you can see, guys. The boat's still, you know, it's a slow process. You guys are kind of wondering why it's taking so long. Well, I can tell you bottom line. I'll tell you why it's taking so long. Money. It's expensive. It costs a lot of money. The motor that I hung on it, even though I got a deal on the motor, I paid, I got a good deal on the motor because that motor runs brand new. It runs about $19,000, and it, with taxes, it's going to be closer to 20 grand because I almost, here a while back, I was going to go and finance down there at Sportsman there in San Benito and get the same motor that I have that I found online on Facebook up in Wisconsin. Was where I found that out of, and I got a good deal on it. I paid $11,000. It was under $12,000. You know, so I saved a lot of money on it. Really good deal. So that's expensive. Jack plate, you know, that's another $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. All the wiring, that's another $1,000 there, easy to get everything all rewired up. The painting, you're talking about redecking the boat, just sanding it all down to the fiberglass, and that takes time. The paint alone, just like a gallon paint, is $400 a gallon for the good stuff that's going to last for many years, which is the all grip, which will last many years out there in the sun. I mean, I can get the cheaper stuff that's whatever it is, 50 bucks a gallon, but it's going to peel off in no time just due to the UVs out there. What else? Of course, the trailer. I redid the whole trailer. The bunks, the axles, all new tires, all new rims, all new tongue, all new winch, all new backstop for the winch because it was eating into the front part of the bow of my boat. So I got one with the big rubber stops. What else did I put on there? I put something else. New fenders. I got my new guide poles back finally because mine had rusted out. So you're talking right there. Just that alone is another $3,000. Just and all the parts, and I'm doing the labor myself on all that. So that's why it's taking so long, and I don't have a lot of time because I work a lot. So I just have time off here and there when I take vacation here and there. Like this past time when I was on vacation, it rained, so I couldn't get out there to do a lot of the work because we had a lot of rain. And I was anticipating I was going to have that time off to really concentrate on the boat, and it didn't happen because it rained every day, man. It rained and rained and rained and rained. So that's why it's taking time, but we'll eventually get it there. Rusty and me. I got Cassie's right here. I had her cremated. She's gonna get buried with me when it comes my time. She's always with me. She'll always be with me. Always be out there on the boat with me and Rusty. Yes. You know, it's all for Cassie because Cassie is a big part of this channel. She'll never be forgotten. There'll always be a memory posting in each video going forward of her because she was a big part of this channel, and she's going to be. It's not going to be the same when I get back on the water without her because I did this for years with her and the Dargo boat, which I don't have any videotape of because I wasn't into videotaping anything back then. And then carried it on into this because she'd been with me for many years. She's been on many fishing trips going back 17 years. Down at Boca Chica Beach when I used to fish the surf, Cassie was there with me. You've seen in some of those Drift Fishing the Lower Laguna Madre short little memory posts that I do that are only like 2-3 minutes long. You'll see her down there at Boca Chica Beach when I'm fishing back in the day in 2008. So yes, Cassie's always be with us. But yes, we're working on it. It's just slow in coming. I'm behind. But once everything's done, it's going to be paid for. That's why it's been taking so long, because I'm paying as I go, and when I get out on the water, it's paid for. I don't, you know, I'm not having to make notes and all this stuff and everything. So I've already paid for the engine. The engine's paid for. It's just sitting out there. I got to get the wiring. I still need to buy all. Well, I got, so far I bought, I don't know if I showed you guys, but I bought the shifter. I got the new shifter for that Yamaha engine. I've got all the wiring cable that goes up to it because it's a wire system. It no longer uses cables. So the newer motors are either done by by wire feed. Well, they're all done by wire feed. All the new motors are wire fed, but on the steering you have two options on the steering. You either have mechanical or you have a wire feed steering. On this motor, this new Yamaha motor that I have, I opted out of the wire feed steering because just what I've seen that through all the forums that I said, because that's another thing too. I do go through forums and stuff, and I see the issues that people have. And there's always been a big issue, especially in the salt water. I mean, if it's in fresh water, then I would go wire feed all day long. But in the salt water, that's just prone because if your steering goes down and you're way out in the middle of nowhere because it's electronic, you're going to be in a pickle instead of having a mechanical like a hydraulic. So I got a new hydraulic system that I still got to pay for and get to put on the boat. I'm missing, there's a few other things there. Batteries, I need to update that. My power pole, I still need to fix it. I don't really like the power pole brand power pole. A lot of people like that, and they like using that style, which I guess it's simplistic and it's I guess it's good, but it's not for me. Like I said, fishing's a matter of preference. What I don't like is you got to have a tank for each one of the power poles, and you got to mount it down inside of one of your storage boxes and run that the hydraulic run through that to run the thing. I prefer the electric one, even though the electric one has its downsides, that all these moving parts, the cable can break, because that's what happened on mine. The main CPU went out, and then well, that's all that was wrong with it. And when I took it to that guy over here off the freeway, I'm not going to mention any names, but he's over here in La Feria off the freeway, boat shop, to replace the CPU, because that's all that it needed. And he replaced it, charged me $375, but when I went to go pick it up, guess what? The cable's broken, and he wouldn't restring the cable. So I got charged for something now that's still broke. So I got to figure out how to fix that. I prefer the Talon. Like you've seen in the older videos, it was mounted on the back of my boat. The reason why it hadn't been on there is because I just got to get the cable, and I got to figure out how to run the cable. I like that because it shoots straight down. It doesn't extend out and back behind the boat, to where if you're fighting fish and they're coming around the boat on the backside, as you've seen in my videos, they're not going to get caught in it. And if I had those power pole style, granted they're popular and they're probably good, for my type of fishing, I don't prefer that. I would rather, I like the ones that just go straight down. So I'd rather use the electric ones. I prefer the Talon. Even though it has a higher rate of failure, I still prefer it because just the style of how it's done. One, it's not hydraulic. It doesn't take up any space in my box, because I got very limited box space on that boat to store stuff. And one box is already taken up with batteries, and then to be sticking the other box full of hydraulic pumps to run the power pole, that's just not going to work for me. So that still needs to get fixed and finished up. I got to finish up all the sanding and repainting, and I'm toying with the idea because I got to buy a gas tank. So I found a 29-gallon gas tank for about $450, but it's polyurethane, just like what I had before. And that's what happened with me out there in Redfish Bay on the way back from the land cut. The pickup tube broke off in that polyurethane tank, and which I couldn't tell at the time. I didn't know. I just knew that the boat wouldn't start. It wasn't getting any fuel, and the reason why I didn't know. But so I'm kind of, how should I say, a little hinty on getting another polyurethane tank. So I've been thinking about aluminum, but I haven't found an aluminum one, or even a stainless steel one, which they're going to be double the amount. So you're going to figure probably the equivalent of a polyurethane, just double your money. on that, and that's what it's going to be for a stainless steel or a or aluminum tank. So that's still, the verdict's still out on that. But I'm also thinking about maybe, I found another console. I found a console, a brand new one that was made. They want $1,900 for it. So see, that's another expense. So like I say, if you guys are wondering why it's taking so long, well, there's a lot of loose ends that got to get tied up, decisions that got to get made. Because once it all comes together and everything gets put back together, I don't want to have any issues. So that's why I'm taking my time doing this, and we will, the motor is just one piece in the overall picture of the old show water. Because I want the old show water to not have any issues of breaking down out there, because I broke down 3 times, and that's 3 times way too many. And my old Dargle, I never broke down. The 20 years that I ran that boat, always went out, it always came back, it always started simplistic. No issues in that old 2-stroke Evinrude 88 that I had on the back of that. I just changed out the jets. One thing about the old 88s, due to EPA regulations back then, they came with really well, they came from the factory, depending upon where you're at, because we're down here in Texas. But they came with really small jets so that it runs lean. You know what I mean? So I just put over, let's put it this way, they come with 53 thousandths jets in them, is what they come in those carbs. So I just changed those out to 58 thousandths, to where I get a little bit more flow, and that way I don't ever scorch a cylinder. Because the problem with the 53 thousandths jets and the old 2-strokes was that at high RPMs you could scorch a cylinder because you don't have enough oil in there. So once I changed that out, I'm telling you, that motor ran for 20 years until it was finally wore out, until I finally wore it out. But they're good hard workhorse motors, but they're not very fuel efficient. They suck the gas like you wouldn't be when you throttle it. You can see that gas gauge moving, man. So, but I had a big gas tank. I had like a 38 gallon, I think it was a 38 gallon gas tank on that boat. So I could pretty much run all over the bay, up to the land cut, down to Padre Island, all that stuff. The tank that I have now on the show water is only 19 gallons because it's a small console. Because the reason why it's small underneath the console is because I have a live well. I didn't have a live well on the old Dargle, so there was bigger space in there, and you could put a long-dated gas tank in there, which that's what I opted for when I bought that boat from Rusty Dargle. I wanted the biggest gas tank that I could fit in there at the time, and I think it's either 35 or 38. I don't remember right offhand, but it's just a lot of little things like that. I just want to make sure reliability. Once it does come together, it's going to be nice. I mean, it's just like I say, money, time, and my labor, right, which is part of time. So money and time, that's what it takes. Any of you guys that own a boat, you know that. It's you know what boat stands for. Break out another 1,000. It's an anachronism. You know, you're always, spending something on it. But we're getting the tackle boxes ready with the new line of wake baits, suspension baits, spoons, soft plastics. I'm starting to collect the ones that I think that I want to try out. So there's still some other different brands out there other than your standard brand, which I already have. A&M. I already have A&M. I have Gulp. I've got Gulp. I've got DOA. I've got Cocoho. So if you notice what I'm collecting here in the soft plastic, it's something that I don't have, that I don't carry. So that's something else that I want to try, and new areas of soft plastic. So I can give you guys more of a variety of fishing. And I'm probably going to get some wading gear too. We'll probably pick up some wading, because I used to wade fish. Long before I had a boat, I used to wade fish everywhere. Used to wade fish down there in Port Isabel, all up and down Highway 100, all the way around the cove to Laguna Vista. Used to wade fish off of Highway 48 out there, along which now you got the Gaiman Bridge, where everybody and their mother. Back in the day, nobody used to go. That used to be a good spot until it got out. And now, whew, man, but it still produces. Look how many fish they catch out of there. They catch tons of fish because those fish go into Bahia Grande. And Bahia Grande used to be, and I used to kayak out there too. I've kayak fished out there in Bahia Grande. And it's always been good for reds and drum. Always. Even this is years back. You're talking 2013, 2012. That shows you how long that been going out and that out there fishing out there in Bahia Grande. But you need a kayak. You can't take anything. You can wade a little bit in there. I think they put poles. I haven't been down there in years, but you can wade in the front part. But if you want to go way back in there, because what you have is you have Bahia Grande, and I forget what the other two. There's another bay behind that one on this side. If you're looking at it straight, it's going to be on your left side, but it's off and in the back because you can't see it from Highway 48. And then there's another one over here that's encircled that just has a gut, but you can't see it either. That's on the right-hand side that's off of Highway 100. But Bahia Grande's always been a good place for redfish too, if you're going to wade fish. Fish from the bank, shore, whatever. Bahia Grande, of course, the Cayman Bridge, because all those fish come from the ship channel into there so that they could spawn and they breed out there. So you catch snook, you catch reds. I've never caught any trout in Bahia Grande, but I've caught trout in the channel that connects Bahia Grande and the ship channel there, which is Cayman Bridge. So I always thought that was kind of weird because I'd go out there on a kayak and I would catch, I'm telling you, I catch reds and drum all day long in that bay, kayak fishing. And when I used to kayak fish, I'm old now. I'm getting older and I don't like getting out there paddling and you know, battling the wind. So, you know, you can't put an electric motor on it because it's not allowed. In Bahia Grande, you're not allowed to put any type of motor, whether it's electric or gas. Can't be on the kayak that you're fishing. Or say you use a rowboat. You can go out there and rowboat it. You know, a little aluminum John rowboat. But to fish that bay, it has restrictions because it's a conservatory for the reds to breed, for the drum to feed, for all fish, whatever that goes back in there. It's designed for them. They flooded it and they preserved it. It says eventually they're going to open it up. If you ever read the sign there on the south side of Bahia Grande, there's an entrance, but you got to be coming from the Padre Island side heading back to Brownsville. You can turn off and there's a road that you can go in there. And there's a big sign. It's part of the Lagunanas Coastal Wildlife Refuge. It goes all the way down there. Eventually, one of these days, they're going to turn it over to the public. But they haven't done that yet. So I don't know what the time frame, because that's been like that for the last 20 years that I've known of. It's been that way, man. But it does say, if the sign's still out there, it tells you about how that eventually it's going to be open to the public. So I don't know if that means like for trail walking and you know, and hiking and stuff like that. But the fishing, they let you fish in it, but you can only wade fish right there around the perimeter off of the Highway 100. And then if you're gonna go in further, you have to be on a kayak. There's a kayak loading point right there, off point, where you can put in a kayak put in. But high tide, it's always good at high tide or changing of the tide, because you got to watch at low tide. There's a lot of oysters, especially right past the bridge. When it gets low, there's a lot of oyster beds there, and there's oyster beds in some areas. I walked that one time. I went all the way out. Well, I'll have to do a video. It's hard to explain. A friend of mine invited me out to go. He had the kayaks. This was my first kayak experience. So this is, well, first or second. It was one of those. So Bahia Grande. So if you ever look at the satellite photos, way off in the distance, there's a fence line in the water. I'm talking way out there. So yeah, so put in, no problem, man, in the morning, coasting nice. And we paddle all the way out there, which is 3/4 of that bay, man. And then we stake the kayaks out right there and we fish. And boy, I clean up. I clean up on reds and I clean up on drum. I caught my limit, 3 reds and 5 drum. no problem. Only about 3-4 hours of fishing. Caught them all right there. And then by that time, the wind had picked up to 30 miles an hour, like I told you, an average day. So there's white capping in Bahia Grande Bay. And so now we got to come back. So we went north, and we're coming back into the wind, coming south. And man, I went with shorts, and boy, my legs were already fried. I was beet red on my legs. I mean, my legs were burning so bad. I made the big mistake of wearing shorts. I should not have wore shorts out there, you know. And my sunblock didn't work good enough that I had, because it burned right through that, no problem, man. And my legs were burning so bad. I mean, I'm talking on fire. The tops of my legs. I mean, just where my quads are. I mean, just burn, 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 burn. So he muscles along. He's a lot younger than I am. So he fights that. I mean, the wind's blowing hard and there's white caps. And so he's going, he can't go straight. So you got to go this way, this way, this way. Kind of like you got to tack just like a sailboat has to tack to get through the wind when you're going upwind, you know, when you're fighting the wind. So that's what he was doing. And man, I was doing the same thing, but man, my legs were burning so bad. I just said, you know what, screw this. I got off the kayak, and it felt good too, because when I got off the kayak, even though it was salt water, it had a little bit of burn, but it wasn't as much burn as the sun rays going down on my thighs, on my quads. Man, my quads started cooling off, and man, that felt so good, having that cool water, you know, ease that burning sensation. And I walked it. I pulled that kayak from that fence line all the way back to Highway 100 by the Gaming Bridge. And the deepest part, there's some deep parts. So I'm 5'8". There were areas where I was up to my neck when I was walking in the water out there. So what it is it's like a bowl. So towards the sides and stuff, it's shallow, and towards the back, it's shallow. But as you come back this way towards the bridge, it's like a bowl. It's like a saucer. It goes down, and it's about 5 feet deep when it's at high tide, because it's up to about right below just right even with my top of my shoulder line below my neck was the deepest part. And yeah, I walked it all the way back from there, and I think that was the last time I ever went kayak fishing with him again, man. Because one, I was new to kayaking, and two, if I was a kayaker at that time, that's when I was just first getting into it, was I would anticipating, okay, if the wind's going to be blowing this way, then that's the way I need to go, and then you come back with the wind. It's only logical. You don't fight the wind to come back, because you're going to kill yourself. Unless you're into working out and whatever, you know, and you want to get a workout. But yeah, it's good kayaking fishing, guys. So a lot of areas to try, but time is limited. I work nights, so that kind of really throws everything off now that I'm on nights, and I don't see I'm coming off nights anytime soon. But that, you know what that means though, when I get the boat back in the water, what do you think is going to be coming up? Nighttime fishing, drift fishing videos, drift fishing the Lower Laguna Madre out there in the middle of the night. I bet you nobody's ever shot a video like that where you drift fish. I used to do it all the time in my Dargle boat. So, and you still catch them. They're feeding at night too, especially if the moon's out. The fish are going to be feeding. Catch them just the same as you do in the daytime. But anyway, let's close it off for now. There we are. We got their lineup of their 5/8s and their lineup of their 3/8s. And I don't know, I got to figure out the tackle arrangements on that. But I'll figure the logistics on all this. But I'm still going to be adding some more soft plastic. I need a silver spoon, because I already have some weedless spoons. I don't need to buy those. I have those. But these were on sale. That's the only reason why I got them. We'll see if they're any good. But Rusty and me, one of these days, we'll see you guys out drift fishing on the Lower Laguna Madre. Y'all have a good day. guy right here. You gonna get this guy? You gonna get him? Come on. See ya. Run. Come on. Ready? Go get him. Bring him here, buddy. Come on, Cassie. Bring him here. Oh, don't break him in half. Oh, you don't want to break him in half. Come on. Give me. Ready? Go. There you go. Tried. It's a long stick, buddy. It's this one right here, man. I'm gonna throw that one. You find another one, huh? Hey. Come on, let's go. Who's this guy? Is that Mr. Donkey? Risky. Donkey. Risky. Cassie used to have Gatorade Trader. And Blue Ball. And of course, Mr. Rude, Kangaroo.
Those are her 3 favorite toys. But you got Mr. Donkey, huh? Ready? Go get him. Can I see him or no? Want to bring him back to me? Rusty, good boy. Good boy, Rusty. Good boy. Come on. Oh, you gotta let go. I can't throw him. Come on. Oh, you took him away from me. Go get him. Bring him here. Good job. Good job, Rusty. Getting better. Oh, Mr. Donkey. Rusty and Donkey. Donkey. Yeah, watch. You got sharp teeth, buddy. Go get him. Good job, Rusty. Go get him. Good job, Rusty.